Representative Waters wrote you a letter in support after your New York Times op-ed, your really wonderful New York Times op-ed this fall. And I'm wondering if you can speak a bit about what it meant to receive that letter from her. And then Representative Waters, if you can speak a little bit about what moved you to send that letter.
Just to receive any type of recognition from the wonderful Miss Waters, it really blew my mind, because I know that it's me being a young Black woman in my generation, the things that I fight for, the things that I talk about every day. It seems new for us because we're just now going through it. But to be recognized by a woman that has always spoke out about these issues and has always been an advocate for Black women and just the whole Black community, I felt overwhelmed. I felt seen. I just felt very appreciative, because I'm like, okay, it's hard to feel like you're doing something new. It's hard to feel like I'm speaking about something for the first time, because I've never done it before, and I'm seeing the things that people are saying to me, and how, some people may not agree with what I'm saying. They feel like it's controversial, and all I'm saying is protect Black women, and now people are taking it like it's I'm saying something crazy. So just to be supported by another Black woman who, sends the same message, I feel like, you know what, I am doing the right thing, and I'm gonna keep doing it because Maxine Waters said I can.
Great, that's great. Well, let me just tell you that I was moved by your article, and I was so pleased that you wrote the article for a lot of reasons. Oftentimes, particularly happens with entertainers, they put you in a box, and somehow they don't see you as a person who has a life that includes family, that includes interactions, decisions that you have to make that has nothing to do with your performance. And so they don't see you as thinking about the plight, for example, of Black women or civil rights or any of these issues. So that's why I was very pleased that you wrote it. And so when we saw it, we thought, wow, this is great. And I'm so pleased. Let's write her. Let's let her that we think that she's doing a great thing and has done a great thing. And I want you to know that when you speak of yourself and you say maybe people think you're being too controversial, et cetera, pay that no attention. For some people who don't have courage and don't have confidence, they don't understand it when they see it in other people. So you should be proud of that. You should be proud of whom you are, and I know you are. Not only your talent, but your person. What do you care about? And what is it you're doing that is not only good for you, but it's good for others? So thank you very much, and I'm pleased to be with you.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. That sort of brings me to my next question, which is, what's the biggest lesson you hope that young Black women can sort of learn from this current moment that we're in?
Well, I think that because Black women have not been respected in ways that will help them to feel good about themselves, and they looked to others, and particularly men, in order to get approval, then, we need to say to Black women, first of all, concentrate on whom you are and what you think and what you care about. And approval does not always have to come from others. Other people's opinions do not make you, and the opinion of men do not determine who you are.
He's not going to sign a darn thing to them. He's a racist. He does not have any appreciation for Black people and Black women in particular. He's talked about us so bad. He has no respect for us. He's not doing anything for us. And for those Black young men who think somehow they can align themselves with Trump, not only are they terribly mistaken, any of them showing their face, I will never, ever forgive them for undermining the possibility to help their own people and their own communities. It's absolutely unconscionable. It is shameful.
to have an interaction with a black man. Enough from Maxine.
You pulled over!
They stopped the brother, so I stopped to see what they were doing.
Right. Oh, okay.
So they say I'm in the wrong place, so they're gonna give me a ticket. That's okay, as long as I watch them.
Gotta do what they gotta do, make sure.
All right.
I love her. And she goes back and she's watching it still. She's like, I just got to make sure everything is going on, on the up and up here. That is fantastic. Sheriff of the sheriff.
Harvey, I think it's amazing. Look, Maxine is a woman of the people. Like you said,
odd that the weakest bank that received a bailout in the fourth quarter has a direct relation to your husband? Is that not odd?
I wish I could make this clear to you. I have nothing to do with the regulatory agency and how it operates and making those kinds of decisions. We depend on our regulatory agencies to make decisions about whether or not these banks are acting properly. If they're not, they ought to shut them down.
Congresswoman?
Yes.
May I make one?
Yes.
On that report, one thing that you should recognize is that that report was based on data on September 30th, and it does not take into account the $20 million investment and tax treatment. So actually, at the time that that they applied for the money, they weren't at 1.8. They had a reasonable capital ratio. Thank you.
And do you feel like Cohee and One United, do you feel like they used you? I mean, do you feel like they were setting you up?
Let me tell you what I understand about the meeting. I was not in the meeting. I understand that the meeting opened up pretty much in the way I would have expected a meeting to open up, in the way that it had described it was going to, why they were going to that meeting, to talk about the plight of minority bankers who had invested their money in Fannie and Freddie because they felt there were safe places for them to invest the money, and that somehow those investments were protected or secured by government. I understand some point in the meeting, Mr. Cohee started to talk about One United, and he raised the information or shared information that he had $50 million invested in Fannie. And what did that mean? Was he going to lose that money, or was the government going to make it good? That's what I understand took place in the meeting. The Treasury Department, I understand, said to them, we have no authority to make good any loss investments in preferred stock in Fannie or Freddie. That's just not written into our law. That meeting was over and done. They got no assistance, and it was over. After that meeting, sometimes 2, 3, maybe 4 weeks later, TARP came into being. And that's when we learned that Mr. Cohee was now interested in TARP, separate and apart from the GSE question that they had been in the Treasury about. And it was at that point that we said, if this is about One United and TARP, first of all, TARP is new. We don't know anything about it. This is One United now advocating for itself. Barney Frank is your representative. Your headquarters is in his district. He's the chairman of this committee, Mr. Barney Frank. You talk to them. I'm out of it. I don't feel used. I just feel that things have unfolded in the way that they have, because this is how government is. Things work on a fast pace. We were at a point in time where the economic crisis was right before us. The meltdown was going on. Conversations go on. People take actions of sorts. Things just go on. I don't think I was set up or used. I just think this is the way things unfolded. Our work has been consistent throughout the history of my career. We have committed no violations, and we are prepared not only to defend myself, but to open up the discussion about the process.
Thought you got away, huh, babe? Now you're laying dead. But we ain't settled this yet, right? Where's my money, motherfucker? Where's my money, motherfucker? I want my money. Funeral or no funeral, I want my money. I don't care if I have to give you mouth to mouth and reply, your black ass. I want my money.
Another Hicks jam from WAPloaded.com.
What up, D-Rap? What up, D-Rap?
And so, I appreciate that Houston produces so much talent. So much talent has come out of Houston. And so you're a role model, whether you want to be or not. And you're to be commended for sharing and for giving and for helping others. And, I'm looking forward to, your being successful with the Grammys. Just to be nominated is extraordinarily important. I mean, that's big time. And so you have reached, a certain level of success that you should be very, very proud of. And the world is yours. And there's no end to it. There's no stopping. You have proven that you can get what you want and you can go where you need to be. So thank you so much. Love talking with you. Enjoy being with you today.
Thank you so much for talking to me. This has really made my year. Like, I feel so accomplished. I feel amazing. You gave me some words of encouragement, and now I have to go reassure my hotties. Miss Maxine said that it's okay to sing WAP. So just thank you so much for even taking the time out to do this. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you. It's been joyful. I've loved being with you today. Thank you.